Okay, being Queen's TV hosts, we can't post any kind of opinion that we may have on homecoming or faux coming that happened the past weekend just gone.
I actually don't have any opinion on the matter whatsoever.
Me none whatsoever anyway. So,
about anything, actually.
However, what we've done, cunningly,
Very
is we've sent out a reporter who's going to go and ask some Queen's students, aka you, what their opinions are. And then that way what we've done is we're totally guilt-free.
Totally. No blame.
No.
Hi, I'm Laura.
And I'm Roxanne, and we're here with Queen's Word on the Street here in the JDUC.
Now, last week I was talking to people about what they thought would happen for faux coming, and now that it's over, we're going to discuss the aftermath, what people did. What did you do, Roxy?
Well, I went to the football game on Saturday afternoon, which was great, watching the engineers rush the field, but then I had to work on Saturday night.
Oh, true. See, I went to QP in the afternoon and had some drinks, and then I was asleep by 10, so I got to avoid Aberdeen altogether.
Nice. And what did you think of the police and town involvement?
I thought it was a bit much, especially even Friday night, going out to get like a sub. There was police everywhere. I thought they were stopping anyone who looked suspicious, and I don't know, I thought it was a bit much trying to scare us for, not really a good reason. We weren't the ones that flipped the car and were rambunctious 4 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I think it definitely scared people off from going to Aberdeen, but it also kind of made walking through the ghetto a little experience, watching all the horses and...
Yeah, added an element of danger.
Yeah.
So do you think this solved the problem?
I think it solved a lot of the Aberdeen problems, but homecoming still went down pretty much as usual.
Yeah, exactly. But now it's time to ask you guys, what did you think of faux coming?
What did you do for homecoming this weekend?
I rushed the field, slammed my jacket, and I partied a lot.
Pretty much just went to a couple of house parties. I didn't really bother walking around the streets because there were so many cops, so it wasn't that fun.
I spent most of it with my friends. We had a nice dinner at a place called Aroma. It was delicious.
I actually celebrated my housemate's birthday at Ale House.
I hung out with him.
Friday night, I went to my friend's house because she was having a party, not on Aberdeen. And on Saturday night, I went to my friend's house who's also having a party, not on Aberdeen. But all my friends who went to Aberdeen said it was an amazing time, and the police just made sure people weren't on the street, but you could still be on everyone's lawns and stuff, so it wasn't that bad.
I just hung out with some friends at home, around and stuff.
Nice, you didn't want to venture into Aberdeen, didn't want to get messy?
No, I know people who went and saw it, and it didn't sound like the greatest thing to do, so.
Well, I live on 34 Aberdeen, so I had a couple people over at my house.
I actually went to a friend's cottage this weekend for 2 nights.
Wanted to avoid the whole riot and everything?
Yeah, I just got out of town.
So what did you think of the police involvement?
I thought it was kind of crazy for the fact that they has technically canceled the whole thing, but then there was just as many police there this year as there was last year. So
yeah, and they didn't really cancel events, eh? There was a lot of actually alumni here.
Yeah, but I mean, I know it was kind of strange. They didn't really cancel it. I feel like it still kind of happened. People were just angry.
I was involved with police in the fact that they threw me in the drunk tank. It was a terrible, terrible night, and I wish they were never there.
I thought it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. A normal van, there were 2 cops in it, and undercover cops everywhere. Cops on horses. It was crazy.
They didn't care if you were part of it or not. You just got everyone got painted with the same brush.
I think that the police in Kingston, especially during times like homecoming, treat students with a lack of respect. I think Kingston police in general are probably great, but I think that the prevailing attitude around time of homecoming is just that send a message, and that's not necessarily the way things should work. Shouldn't be making an example out of people's lives.
Their presence was felt. A lot of arrests were made that shouldn't have been made, and I didn't feel too good about them.
So do you think it solved the problems of homecoming?
Solved? I don't think so. I think it'll still happen every year. It'll just be less, I think. Not as big as it has been.
I think for what they were hired to do, they probably did a good job.
Do you think it solved any problems, canceling homecoming, all this police?
I hope so, but I kind of agree that it's going to take more than 1 year to do that, especially because there was so much build-up and so many issues this weekend that I think that definitely at least 1 more year. If they want to solve the problem this way, it'll take at least another year.
I don't know what the problem is exactly that you're saying should be solved. Is the problem that kids for 1 weekend a year like to get a little rowdy in the streets? Because I don't think that's a problem at all. In fact, I think it should be for more than 1 weekend a year.
I don't know, Aberdeen was still kind of happened. They kind of closed it down, but I heard of friends getting in the drunk tank when they shouldn't have been, and it was just, they should just bring Aberdeen back, honestly.
So all in all, I'm pretty happy that homecoming, kind of happened, and it was spread out throughout the student ghetto rather than being concentrated on Aberdeen where all the police were.
Yeah, exactly. All the good parts of homecoming went down. the football game, engineers rushing the field at halftime. The alumni came back to party with us, and everyone had a good time, and people didn't really get hurt like usual in Aberdeen.
Yeah, it's gone back to, I guess, more what homecoming was in the past, where it's spread out throughout the entire ghetto. So I'm hoping, maybe it did solve a problem. Maybe instead of it being concentrated where, it's congested and a lot of problems and safety for students is a concern, maybe we can just party in the comfort of our own homes. Yeah, so I'm Laura.
And I'm Roxy, and this was Queens TV, Word on the Street.